Are you ever tired of getting rejected in your tech interviews? Or are you completely clueless of what to even do? Little did I know using this strategy helped me ace my first tech interview, but also scoring the highest scored marks the company has ever received. So grab a seat and let's dive into the strategy that helped change the path of my career. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elabeh, a system engineer based in the UK. And in this channel, we delve into the worlds of tech, tools, productivity strategies that will help dreams come to reality. Now, when I think of interviews, the first thing that pops up into my head that differentiates successful interviews and bad ones is the preparation. Not just preparation, but preparing for success. You got accepted for that interview, make sure to do research on that company. Deep dive into the company and its culture and what they believe in. Because they will even ask you the questions of, what do you think of us? You need to know what to say. And within this research section, make sure to understand the specific role that you've signed up for. Because you can't be going into infrastructure and start coming up with the mindsets as a programmer. Doesn't make sense. So you need to know what you signed up for. Familiarize yourself with the terminologies, frameworks that's in that industry. No matter what part of the tech industry you're in, there's always fundamentals. Master these. It could either be algorithms, it could be data structures, it could even be methodologies. So if you're ever going into a BA/project management, you need to understand these terms. No matter what you're gonna be involved in, there's gonna be a lot of problem solving. So they will ask you problem solving questions. So I'd recommend to practice. And just looking at it right now, if you go into the software engineer role, there's a full mock interview from Free Code Camp. And the thing is, majority of these questions that they're going to be asking, you can find on the internet. When I was applying for my role as a system engineer, they were asking a lot of technical problem solving questions, and it could be mathematical, numerical, sequences, and it was just solving these problems. I managed to get the highest mark, which was because during the week of my interview, I was practicing. I was going hammer it. Wake up in the morning, doing these quizzes and solving these problems, looking at the answers, seeing how I can solve it. Because they're not going to give you specific answers, but if you understand how to solve these problems, when you get into the interview stage, you'll be able to do it well. And now moving to the second step, and this step might sound easier said than done, which is nailing the interview. But by using the 3 steps I'm going to mention here, it will help. And the first one being communicate your thought process. So if it's a technical role, whatever question that you might be answering or explaining, explain to them exactly why you came up with that decision. If it's more programming, explain to them exactly why you decided to use this approach of code. And most of the time when you're answering these questions, which comes to the second point, understand the question that's being asked. Just like any exam, they try to trick you. Do you know how many times I've failed exams? Like I'll go in, write a question, come out the exam, go to all my friends like, yo, I think I aced that one. After I look at my results, I'm like, yo, didn't do that well. And that comes to the point of read what it says. So read it slowly, steadily, understand. Don't put yourself in pressure. There's that one time they're gonna represent yourself. So make sure when you're reading that question, understand what's being asked. Sometimes to make it easier for yourself, break that question into smaller sections. Ask, okay, cool. What's it asking me to do here? And that should tend to help you. And the third step for nailing your interview is gonna have to be asking them the right questions. This makes you stand out than any other candidate that says, okay, questions such as, what could be the best thing that I could do to impress you within 3 months? Or what opportunities are there to help me grow in my industry? And one of the simple questions to ask is, how does a typical day look like? And this helps you to understand when you do get the role, how your day would look like and if this suits you. But even though they're looking at you to see, do you fit into their company? You have to also look, is this a company that I would like to work for? Which now helps us move on to the third area, which is the winning mindset. No matter what interview you go into, make sure to be confident. Being confident is key. Believe in yourself and your abilities, because if you manage to get all the way to the interview stage, they like you. So make sure to stay calm and composed throughout the interview. Sometimes in that position, I know you can be shy or composed, but do not crumble in the moment. I've been into interviews when I was a lot younger to different roles. I used to sit down and put so much pressure in my head where when they ask me a question, I start fumbling. I start saying, and never hesitate to ask the interviewer, like, can you repeat yourself or can you clarify this? You're not meant to know everything. And another thing to keep in mind is demonstrate enthusiasm. Just show enthusiasm for the field and the company. And this is gonna show a very positive outlook of who you are. Share potential tech projects or experience you might have gained and show that willingness to constantly want to grow. And this is key. So sometimes through your different projects, you can show a reflectiveness of you constantly improving yourself and learning from different projects that you've done. And don't forget to take care of yourself. So the night before, take a nap, go sleep, tell no one to chat to you. Like, yo, listen, I got an interview, I'm gonna go sleep. When I finished university, I did not know where to start to get that first tech job. And if you feel the same, watch this video on how I secured my first tech job straight out of university.